Well, some universities say they will offer places to students regardless of whether they decide to appeal their published results or not. Professor Nishan Canagarajah is the president of the University of Leicester and joins us now from Bristol. Very good morning to you. Can you tell us about the approach you've decided to take and why?
So the approach we took as of Wednesday, when the announcement was made that mock result could be used as part of the appeal, we felt there was not enough information and we should support the students during this time and we need to be flexible. So what we decided to do is to allow the students to submit the mock, which has to be validated by the school. So we contacted the school, and then if we were satisfied it was a valid mock and they performed better than their published result, we made them an offer.
Now, given that the mock exams in themselves will vary greatly among schools, is that, do you think, the fairest way of dealing with this and the most reliable way?
I think one of the challenges we are facing is that we have no suitable replacement for the traditional A-level based assessment. So that is why we are all trying to figure out what is a fair way to assess the students. And within the university, we have a process where we look at various information in making the decision as to who would benefit from the university education. So mock is one of the additional information we can use in processing the application. And clearly, as you said, there are variations. And I think any measure that we can use right now is prone for different interpretations. But we think it is the right thing to do. And our evidence shows that we've been able to treat some of the students fairly as a result of this. And we will respond to any further advice. But at the moment, the feedback is from the teachers and the parents and the students, this is a sensible way of approaching it.
Does this, am I right in thinking that this means many more students will end up getting a place? And do you have the capacity to accommodate them?
It is a very good question. I think this is why it is important Ofqual and the Department for Education need to consult the university bodies as well. Because I think what we don't want to do is to have a process. We improve the grades of these students and they are still disappointed they couldn't get to the university they wanted to. So we need to think through how this is going to work in the long run. But I agree in terms of the short term, we are making adjustments within the university to take more students because we have been asked to be flexible. We will be. But it's not going to be easy because we have limitations in terms of the facilities in the university, in terms of the accommodation that we can offer. So we need to think carefully, how do we kind of balance taking more students with giving them the best experience when they come to university?
Now, we just heard from Jeff Barton, who gave us an example, I'm sure there are many more like it, of a student who needed to get A stars but ended up getting A's and they were denied places at 2 prestigious universities because of it. Do you think other universities need to show more flexibility and leniency in what are unprecedented circumstances?
I do, and that is why we took the approach we did, because we are in unprecedented times, and I think a lot of students feel right now, rightly or wrongly, the process has not been fair for them, it has not been transparent, and even 3 days after getting the results, they don't have any information on how they can appeal and get a redress. So we think we need to show some flexibility, because we have very little time between now and start of the academic year. So I think anybody who can provide some flexibility will welcome. But we also need to understand the universities are in a difficult position because they have strict controls in the numbers that they can take in. And as I mentioned earlier, the facility is also something we need to consider.
Professor Canagarajah, thank you very much for your time this morning. Thank you.
Pleasure.